One, you do not identify opportunity. The opportunity we are discussing now, which happened on the 12th of March, where I bought 600 grand of Bitcoin, which is now worth in excess of 7 million. I've done zero work. Zero. I've turned 600K into 7 million just because I identified an opportunity. It took me 10 minutes. You're sitting out there thinking, if I just had a million, if I could just become a millionaire. That's how easy it is. Now, you probably didn't have 600K to buy Bitcoin like I did. Fine. You could have put 600 in and had 70 grand. 70,000 you could have had from 600. But you do not identify opportunities. This is the first thing you do not do. You do not pay attention to the world around you. You just live in your little bubble. You're too busy arguing with your ugly girlfriend. Too busy stressed out about some dumb shit. Too busy sleeping in. You don't pay attention. You're not perspicacious. This is why you miss opportunities. The first reason you're never going to be rich. Second reason you're never going to be rich. Don't buy a house. Rent a house. So like, oh, but isn't that wasting money? No. What's wasting money is buying a house, giving huge interest rates to a bank, and then tying yourself to one geographical location. The reason humans are the #1 species on the planet is because of our adaptability, the ability to adapt. I can go anywhere on Earth. I can go wherever the money is, where the money resides. If the money is residing in Japan, I can go to Japan. If I need to go to Singapore, I can go to Singapore. I can go live in Las Vegas. Wherever I'm going to get paid, I can go, and I'll just rent. Boom, boom, boom. I ain't got nothing tying me down. It ain't gonna take years for me to buy or sell something. I ain't gonna worry about all the upkeep and property maintenance. Buying a house is foolish. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do own this house because I want it to be exactly the way I want it. But I'm rich, right? You aren't. So you shouldn't be doing that. Anyway, you do not need to buy a house. It's one of the biggest mistakes you can make. It's a psychological thing that your parents have told you. If you own a home, you own a home, you own a home. And then I tell people this and they go, oh yeah, but you can always rent it out. You're gonna spend $300,000 on a house so that you can rent out for $800 a month. And then every time the boiler breaks, you're going to spend $500 fixing the boiler. And they're going to damage your house. And by the time they leave, you're going to need a whole bunch of repairs. And they're going to be calling you all the time for hassle and stress if they even pay their rent on time. You think that's a good spend of 300 grand? Do you know what else you could do with 300 grand? Buy Bitcoin. Revolutionary. Your real estate can be on the blockchain instead of out here. Because when it's on the blockchain, it can be sold instantly. You ever tried to sell a house? It takes years. Ever tried to sell Bitcoin? It takes seconds. So this is the second reason you're never going to be rich. Because all your ideas and concepts of how wealth is created are outdated. 3. The third and most important reason you're never going to be rich is because you do not have a plan. You do not have a plan to get rich. Nothing good has ever happened on accident. Have you ever met a guy who's just got covered in muscle? He's got a six-pack. You're like, hey bro, how'd you do that? You've been going to the gym. No man, it was just an accident. Oops. No, he built that body purposefully. He did things specifically to get the result he desired. He ate a specific way. He trained a specific amount. He knew exactly what he was doing. Every rich person knows exactly what they're doing. People who are making money know exactly how to do it. You're sitting there saying, I want to be rich. You don't even have a plan to get rich. How the are you going to get rich on accident? How's that going to happen? Oops, I'm a millionaire. Never! One of the only things in this world you can control is your state of mind. You can't control the weather, you can't control other people, you can't even control your health. You might get a brain hemorrhage, you might get hit by a bus, you might get assassinated. One of the very few things in the world you have genuine control over is your state of mind. You decide if you're a disciplined person. You decide if you're a happy person. You decide if you're a depressed person. These are things that in real time you can affect in your brain. This is all you can control on Earth. If you can't control that, then you're just a feather in the wind. And life's going to blow you around and you might land somewhere good, you might land in dog shit, nobody knows. Everybody understands that you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Everybody understands that. Everybody understands that. But they understand that and still hang around with losers. True. It's like, is that not the ultimate mark of being a dumbass? If you understand that that's the truth and you don't create your friendship and create your reality, yes, then you're a loser. I had a guy join the war room the other day, my private network, and he joined, and we have multimillionaires in there, we have a billionaire in there. I bought a Bugatti purely to add Bugatti owners to my network, so we have Bugatti owners in there. We have guys connected to the point where I can't even say you on YouTube, right? A guy joined, he's 19, he ain't nothing. He goes, look, I know I don't have any value to give, but I'm just here to learn, and I understand that if I stand a chance of escaping the Matrix, you're the man I need to be around. I was like, you're absolutely intelligent. Instead of spending 19 sitting around playing video games, that's the smartest thing you could have ever done. Sure. His life's going to change forever, right? Because he's around people who understand. So all the people out here who sit there and go, yeah, you're the sum of the 5 people you hang around with the most, yeah, and then go hang around with dickheads. You're an idiot.
But most people are like that.
Yeah, because they're idiots, right? You have to create your reality, and there's nothing wrong with saying to people, you know what, I've outgrown you. You know what, I'm on a different path than you. You know what, X, Y, Z. Sometimes you got to cut people off, because if you don't create your reality, they infect your energy. I have a saying, and it's not a very remarkable saying, but I use it all the time, and that's dumb shit leads to dumb shit. And I say that for an example, like let's say you leave your car on. You're unprofessional, you leave your car on. Now it gets stolen. Now here's a police case. Now, dumb shit leads to dumb shit. So when I'm around people who do dumb shit or unprofessional things, or they're not smooth, or they don't get their shit right, or they're negative, I refuse because it comes true.
Yeah.
It's like you make it true. If I hang around with your stupid ass long enough, all the stupid shit you're talking about is gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
So it's like you speak it into existence.
Yes.
So I refuse to be around it. Dumb shit leads to dumb shit. Everyone I talk to is such a fucking winner that when I sit around, all I can do is accidentally win.
Yes.
It's like, oh, bam, more money. You have to be very, very selective, and you have to very, very carefully create your reality. And that's why I created the War Room, because it's a global network, but you have to be global, and you have to be online nowadays. Because if you're a normal dude living a normal life, you're never going to meet winners in day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Because they're all slaves.
Yeah.
So you have to find that guy in Singapore who's a winner, those 2 guys in Dubai who's a winner, 1 in London. Like, it's hard now.
Yeah.
It's getting harder and harder. I'm going to tell you how to get rich. If you're a scientist, you never ever wake up, go into the lab, pour the right chemicals, and fix the problem. That doesn't happen. You go into the lab, you try some shit, it fucks up. You try some new shit, it fucks up. And you keep f***ing around until something kind of works. So, mistakes, eventually something goes well. So I say this to people, look, how many ways have you tried to earn money? You earn money X way. How many other ways have you tried? Because you need to try a whole ton of ways, and you gotta make a bunch of mistakes, like a scientist does, to find the thing that works. And everyone's heard this before, right? And then they'll say, they have 2 hurdles to doing that. 1, they're lazy. And 2, they'll say, well, I have ideas, but I don't know how to start. Or, I have ideas, but I need money to start. So then, what you have to do, and this is one of the things I teach on CobraTate.com in my Hustlers University, is you have to look at your business ideas and your plans and find a way to remove the need for money to attempt it. So my philosophy on business is this. Any business in the world that could genuinely work without investment. People get this idea in their head, I need loads of money. So at every single business I've tried, I will find a way to launch it for effectively free. And if it starts to make money, then maybe I'll put money. Or then maybe I have some balance sheet, I can go to an investor and get money. But everyone has this idea they need money first. If you were in a room with ice cream experts, and all they talked about was ice cream. How to make it, how to store it, how to move it, the different flavors, the size of the cartons it's in, how much it costs to produce. If all they talked about was ice cream, and you were in that room, sooner or later, when someone comes to you to ask you something about ice cream, you're going to know the answer. But you're going to accidentally know some shit about ice cream. If you're in a room of people who only talk about money, so you need to be around people who are about it. And the problem is with people out here, everyone has a dream, but not many people have a plan. A dream and a plan are different things. When you say to guys, do you want to be rich? Yeah, I want to be rich. How will you get rich? One day, when the shit comes in. So you can have a dream with no plan. When's the last time something fantastic has ever happened on accident? When's the last time you've seen a big jacked dude and you say, hey man, how'd you get so jacked? And he goes, dunno, oops. Dunno, it just happened. No, he planned it. He went to the gym, he ate a certain way, he planned his meals, he had to make it happen. It's exactly the same with getting rich. You need a plan to get rich, right? Everyone out there has a dream, but very few people have a plan. Yep. If you're surrounded by people who have a plan to get rich, and you provide value to them in some way, because they're not going to drag you up if you ain't doing nothing, because that's what friendship is. Friendship is value exchange. Yeah. If you provide value to them, sooner or later you're going to begin to make money. Let me tell you something. When I was broke, like I said, I have a bunch of money now. I was broke. This is not like I was broke, but from like a middle-class family. I was broke, single mother, public government housing, no car, I had to run to the gym, broke. When I was flat broke, the only of my friends I'd sit around and talk to were my friends who would talk about money. The guys who would sit and talk about video games or sit around and talk about football, I wouldn't hang around with them. I only used to sit and talk to my friends talk about money. None of us had any money, right? But if we walked into a coffee shop and we bought coffee, we would then sit there over our coffee and analyze, how did this coffee shop make us give them our money? Because that's what's happened. We've given our money to this coffee shop. Why? Did we really want coffee? Where is it located? Is it a convenient location? Is it because of the brand of the coffee? Is it because the waitress is cute? Why are we in this particular coffee shop? Why didn't we go to that one? Why are we in this one? If we were to open up a coffee shop next door, how could we outcompete this one? What's the rent for this place? What's the margin on a cup of coffee? Everyone in here's a man. If you notice, everyone in here's a man in a business suit. Why is the person serving not a hot girl? Why is it a guy? Do they sell sandwiches? Do they sell cake? Like, start to actually think. Think about the money. And then if you do that every single time you spend money on anything, you're going to end up realizing there's tons of gaps. There's gaps in the market everywhere. You'll start to sit there and go, you know what? I could open up a coffee shop right next door to this fucking coffee shop. Change this, this, and this, and murder this place. But people don't think about it. People just give their money away all day, and it never even crosses their mind about how they were convinced to give their money away.